Me tengo que ir porque me tengo que ir. Pum 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 pum. Pam 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 pam. Me tengo que ir. I remove a block, I banish, and I repel all curses, hexes, and motherfucking spells, or astral projecting, remote living, mirror swearing, all spiritual spies trying to pry. They will go blind. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, they will feel the effects of all the hexes and the curses and the spells that they project. All my angels, all my ancestors, all my spirit guides, please provide me with some insight. Please protect me with your energy, your grace, and your divinity. So will to be. And you already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions, all evil eyes go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all the hexes and the curses and the spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you will receive karma quick, fast, and in a hurry because you reap what you sow for vibing so low. Don't do told us what you would want done to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, crabby, raggedy ass and envy ass, miserable, bitter ass bitch, and go heal yourself. What's the deal, people? What's the deal? So we're going to tap into the energy and we're going to see what it is. And then we're going to tap into my energy and we're going to see what it is after I do the collective reading. So collective, I'm just going to start. I'm not even going to procrastinate. Angels, ancestors, spirit of the divine white light attribute only. Please provide me with some insight. Please provide me with what is the energy for the collective. What is the energy we got going on? What we got going on? What we got going on? What do we got? Oh, not this deck. Do not use this deck yet. So, not this deck. This one. It says switch. I see a card poking out. Let's see what that could be. No, that's the card I just put back. So, we're not even going to go there. So, angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light. What is the energy for the collective? We got perseverance, collective. You have, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So, you're in this perseverance energy. You are doing what you set your mind to right now. Okay, you're on this goal getter, Goal. Okay, you on your goals. Okay, you minding your business, building a business, studying for a test. You're working on something because you know that if you set your mind to it, something's gonna work out. What else? So the too many cards, but we got forgiveness, fear, and freedom. FFFF. That's funny. Ha 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 ha. You got forgiveness, fear, and freedom. I'm gonna read it, but I'm putting it back. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So basically, you let go of the shit that was holding you down. You started to forgive yourself and others. Okay, you could have let go of some type of fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So yeah, you let go of some type of fear, and now you're free. So basically, you forgave, you let go of fear, and now you're free. Because you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. So basically, you knew that forgiving yourself and others and letting go of this fear was going to bring you your happiness. And that's exactly what you did. And you had a lot of perseverance doing this. I'm saying it says keep it. We got worry in the reverse. You're not worried about anything. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. You're not worried about anything, collective. You basically pressed forward, you moved forward because you knew that you had the strength, the willpower to do it. Because you know that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and that's exactly what you did. You forgive yourself, you acknowledge whatever was holding you back, you let go of what wasn't serving your best interest, and you understood that letting go of whatever didn't serve your best interest would release the blockages in your life. You let love back in your life, probably. You could have forgiven people in your life, forgiven yourself. Here we go with the harassment, but let's keep it going. Yeah, so yeah. And you could have been in some type of fear about something. With this worry in the reverse, you're no longer worried about anything. You're no longer in this fear. Because you realize that you were being tested, that it's all a test. And now you're free. You have this freedom because you possess the power. You have the power to create your own life, your own destiny. And nobody could take that from you, collective. Yeah. You create your own happiness. No one can create your happiness. And you came to the understanding that only you can create your own happiness. No one can create it for you. No one can save you. You have to save yourself. So you're not worried about anything anymore. Because you know that at the end of the day, you're free. There's no more worries. You're not carrying any more worries, collective. That's a good thing. So this is the collective energy. Perseverance, forgiveness, fear, freedom, and worry in the reverse. You no longer have any fear. You're free. There's nothing for you to worry about because you forgave yourself and others and you kept it moving forward. What else? We got time cycle completion and harvest. Yeah, it's time for you to harvest. Okay? Whatever cycle that you were going through is at a completion and you're about to harvest whatever you've been pushing forward to. Whatever you were setting your mind to do, you're about to harvest from it. Yeah, clarity, challenges, and introspection. Because of your perseverance, okay, during this cycle that you were going through, not that it's at a completion because you kept it moving forward and setting your mind to do whatever you wanted to do, you're about to harvest whatever you've been working on. Whatever you've been setting your mind to do, you're about to harvest from it. And this forgiveness brought you a lot of clarity. Even though harboring resentment brought you a lot of challenges, it also brought you a lot of introspection, which removed the blocks and allowed the flow of love to enter your life. Which allowed you to let go of this fear, which allowed you to realize that you were being tested and that you were supposed, and you realized that you were supposed to flow in the energy of love. This is why you let go of this resentment and fear, so that you could be free. And you gain clarity from it. Yeah. Fear, intuition. It says dreams, intuition, sea, ocean, and emotions. And these are runes. So we got Jera, Isa, and Laguz. So this fear, maybe you have some type of fear of manifesting some type of dreams of yours. But you listen to your intuition. Maybe you're somebody who you were. Hope all is well. So you that wasn't a fear of your tuition, or you could have been just going with the flow with this intuition, sea, ocean, emotions. So you could have been with this landing on the fear. I'm getting that you could have been in your emotions. You could have been scared of something. Fear of love, fear of moving forward. You could have been in fear of feeling your emotions. So you could have been holding on to your emotions. You could have been trying to not be emotional. But with the sea, ocean, You went with the flow. You went with the flow. You went with the flow. I don't know why I said 3 times. You realize something through your tuitions and your dreams. With this, I realize I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, your dreams, your intuitions. So you realize something through your dreams and through your intuitions, which allowed you to let go of this fear and allowed you to go with the flow with this sea and ocean, with that being water. And emotions also is cups energy, water emotions. Yeah, with this nature's wrath being tested in trials. You were being tested and you are free. You passed this test because you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. On the bottom, we got Halaga, that was Hagalas. Then on the bottom of the deck, we have Otala. This is ancestry, inheritance, and value. Yeah, you went through some trials and tribulations. You're free from nature's wrath, from this test this harsh test that you feel that you were being tested in. Not that I'm saying that you will never be tested, because you will always be tested. Life will always test you. Okay? Because unfortunately, let's take a little pause. The reason why we always test it, just in case there's some education here. The reason why we're always tested, and I came to this realization of why, because I hate being tested. I hate tests. I don't like tests. I ain't even like tests in school. But the reason why we get tested is because if you go by the story that everybody knows, right? If you go by the story that we all know, how the Most High created his angels, and about 12 of his angels, about 12 of them, or however many of them, they turned on him. Even his most precious angel, which is the devil, right? They all turned on him because they got jealous and they wanted to be like God, right? So he casted them down to hell, wherever the fuck he casted them down, here to earth, whatever, right? So this is why we get tested so much, because even if you go by that story, right? And the reason why I'm saying you go by that story, because there are many stories out there. But if you go by based off that story, this is why we get tested. Because the Most High's most trusted angel, they were angels. They were angels for watching over us, and they turned on the Most High. They raped the humans, females, when they came to earth, because that's what they did. Or seduced, hypnotized, mesmerized them with their powers, if you really think about it. And then had children, which were demigods or Nephilims or whatever you want to call them, right? If you break it down that way, that's why the Most High tests us so much, because his own angels that he created turned on him. So why would he not test us that are below? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he not? Why wouldn't he? Of course he is. He, she, however you look at God. So, yeah. But anyway, back to this reading. So basically, you went through some type of cycle, and you are at completion, and you're about to harvest whatever you were going through, because you forgave, you let go of fear, and you are free now, and you have no more worries. So this was all about being tested, and your perseverance through these tests that you were going through, these trials that you were going through, which is now going to bring you abundance, this ancestry, inheritance, and value. Just bring it in your inheritance. You are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. Yes, you are interesting. You're unique. You're different. Fairy, be your true self. So you're being your true self, and there's somebody could be in your energy that doesn't like that you're being your true self with this grumpy red fairy. So you got a grumpy red fairy that's in your energy and mad because you completed some type of time cycle and you're about to harvest. Yeah, ghost of the past. Somebody from your past. I knew karmic energy was going to come out. It says the past returns for a time. Clarity, challenge, and introspection. Someone that you could have been in a relationship with. Love is strange. Strange Valentine. But is it time to say goodbye? Something about to end for now. So this is something that you put an end to. And this strange companion in places in the reverse. The message on there says challenges, use your imagination. Yeah, somebody, strange companions. This has to do with somebody, these people. Grumpy Red Fairy, go to the past, strange amount of time, a time to say goodbye. There's somebody in your energy, a ghost from the past, somebody that you could have been in a connection with, that you said goodbye to, is mad with if I'm looking at the pictures, she's pissed because you're being your true authentic self. You had a little perseverance and you ended this, you completed some type of cycle. And this goes from the past. You could have forgive with this forgiveness. You could have forgave this ghost from the past, this energy from the past, because you gained some type of clarity through the challenges that you were going through. You gained some type of introspection that you knew something was going to return, or the past returns, or something from the past was returning. And this strange Valentine, love is strange. With this, I realize I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. You started to love yourself. Love is strange. Strange Valentine. Dreams, intuitions, sea of oceans, emotions. You decided to let go of fear, love yourself, and allow to let love back in your life. Time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now because you let go of something. Freedom. With this landing under freedom, nature's wrath being tested trials. You let go of something, someone, an energy, and they're mad because you're being your true authentic self. You now have nothing to worry about with this worry in the reverse. You getting your inheritance with this ancestral inheritance value. And right behind that, we got La Goose, which is saying hope, awakening, illumination, and breakthrough. Behind that, death, balance, stability, and defense. There's something coming to an end. Strange companion in the reverse. Strange companions in strange places in reverse. You're not going through any challenges. With this says challenges and use your imagination. You're not going through any challenges. We got brother, raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Someone doesn't have a safe place to go. A little brother or a sister. This could be somebody related to you that's going to pass away, transition into the spirit realm. Somebody's sibling might be passed. They might be somebody passing away. Somebody's sibling. With this time to say goodbye. Wow. This grumpy red fairy is mad because with this strange companion, somebody could have been wanting to come in your energy. Group of people, they're sad. They could have been wanting to bring you something in the reverse, but it's in the reverse. Eat me. Somebody could have been trying to poison you, but that's in the reverse. The jester cat. It looking like an orange cat. It was an orange cat, wasn't it? No, in Alice in the Wonderland, it was purple. But this cat is showing orange, like a tabby cat, like an orange tabby cat. Orange tabby cats are crazy. You got a raccoon. She got eat me. She got mushrooms. And then she got some apples, poison apples. So somebody could have been trying to, with this mushrooms, it gives me psychedelic and apple eat me, poison. Somebody could have been trying to poison you spiritually and then cloak themselves, mask themselves with this jester, I cannot say the thing. Jester cat here, but being is orange. With the orange tabby cat, like I said, they crazy. Them orange tabby cats, them orange white cats, striped white and orange cats, they bugged out. Okay, so and in the Alice in the Wonderland, the cat could disappear part of their body. Like you can see their tail, you can see the head, you can see the body sometimes, but they be disappearing. So this person was doing a disappearing act. And with the raccoon is giving me a thief. Even though raccoon could symbolize something positive, because I seen a raccoon on New Year's. But that gave me two meanings. But raccoon also as a significance, theft, confirmation with the sirens. So somebody could have been trying to poison you energetically, spiritually, psychedelically, spiritually. Confirmation with the sirens. And then trying to cloak themselves, hide themselves, make themselves invisible because they were trying to steal from you with this raccoon robbed from you. But this was being in the reverse. This is bringing challenges to somebody. Somebody's mad and they don't have a safe place to go. This could be somebody's brother with this brother raccoon. Okay, the past returns for a time. So somebody's brother could be trying to return from the past. They're not in a safe place. Okay, and this brother might be transitioning to the spiritual realm. So somebody's brother might be passing away. Angelos de los Muertes. Okay, so somebody might be passing away. This is like representing the angel of death. Okay, so someone is passing away. And we got a little brother, little sister. Somebody's little brother or little sister with his brother. Somebody's brother might pass away. Is it time to say goodbye? Confirmation with the sirens and it just got louder. I got the numbers 8, 42, 27, 13, 28, 4, 16, and 40. But with this brother raccoon and little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, and responsibilities, it's time to say goodbye. We got some people, we got little brothers, little sisters, siblings, younger friends, responsibilities. Somebody might be passing away. And they're going to have a lot of responsibilities on their hand. Snow White and her animal friends in the reverse. You inspire trust and confidence. Somebody is untrustworthy. These cards are in the reverse. Fiona and the Unicorn, a gift of sacred light in the reverse. A gift of sacred sight in the reverse. Somebody's sight is in the reverse. So nobody, this person no longer holds the gift of sacred sight. They do not inspire trust or confidence in people anymore. And we got to look at the end of this. The unending sadness of looking back. Endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. Somebody is replaying the past, replaying the past because they're no longer someone that's inspirational. They're no longer someone that people can confide in. They no longer have the gift of sacred sight. They lost their gifts and now they're crying. Somebody's in their feelings and they're crying because they no longer have something is ending for them. The unending sadness of looking back. They keep looking back on the past. With this past returns for a time or some shit like that. Where is that? Yeah. Somebody keeps looking back at the past because of endless regret. Somebody's in regret because of the past. And they're in a very obsessive grief and replaying the past and have a lot of negative thoughts because of something they did. This was in the reverse too. Deep dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places in darkness. Somebody cannot find the solution. They don't know how to get out of this energy. Another card in the reverse. The mermaid and the turtle in the reverse. An elder will teach you. Nobody's helping this person. An elder will teach you. There was an elder that was teaching this person. This person is not teaching this person anymore. This person is being being denied help. And the snow angel, the signs are with you. You know this, collective. The signs are with you. This is something that you're being acknowledged about. You're being informed about. Every time I'm on point with something, they get loud upstairs. They start being ruckus. So let's pull some more cards here. Let's see. So yeah, somebody is in their feelings. They're really depressed, down and out. They're replaying the past over and over and over again. So they did something to you in the past, and they're mad because whatever they did to you in the past, you had a lot of perseverance. You kept moving forward. You put your mind to whatever you wanted to do, and you did it. You forgave yourself and you forgave them, and you let go of fear because you realized that you were being tested. And once you realized you were being tested, you were free. This is why you don't have no more worry. This is why you're about to gain your ancestral inheritance. This is why you have hope, awakening, illumination, and there's going to be a breakthrough. This is why there's going to be a depth to this energy, a balance, stability, because you have a defense, you have protection. You're protected from this person that no longer is inspirational. This person is no longer trustworthy. Whoever this person that was in your energy is no longer trustworthy. They do not provide inspiration. They do not have the gift of sacred sight anymore if they did. And now they're replaying the past. They're sad and regret, obsessive. They're in the dark because they cannot get out of this. They don't know how to find a solution of how to get out of this dark place. And they're not getting help. What this elder would teach you in the reverse. They're not getting any help. And the signs are with you. You see this. You know this, collective. The numbers 9, 29, 36, 16, 25, and 4. I'm like, are there any repeated numbers? Yeah, the only repeated number out here is the number 4. 4, protection. And the number 16, which adds up to a 7. Yeah, somebody has a choice, 2 kittens. Sometimes somebody has a choice, it says 2 kittens, you must choose, because the 3 fates, what goes around comes around. Somebody is about to receive whatever they sent to you, and it says sea storm, calm amidst the chaos in the reverse. Somebody has a choice to make, because whatever they sent to you or whatever they did to you is going back to them. What goes around comes around. It's going to be 3 or more people. And these people are not calm at all. Calm amidst the chaos. They are not calm. They're very hostile. In a frenzy, number 27, number 26, and number 32. 26 could have came out. Let me see. Nope, there's still no repeated numbers. Besides number 4 and number 16. That date could signify something. 4/16. 4/16 could be a date. 4/16 is coming around the corner. April 16th could signify something. Somebody's birthday could be April 16th. Something's going to happen April 16th. Something could have happened April 16th. Somebody's birthday could be April 16th. This troll that watches me keeps popping in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, I can't see you. So if you're going to troll, you might as well just watch and stay. All right? Because it doesn't matter whether you watch me or not. You're still going to get paralyzed because that's how you are right now. You're currently paralyzed. So what's the energy? Let's keep on. Yeah, anger. They're angry. We got anger. They're angry because you used your anger in a creative and positive way that allows you to maintain your dignity. which is producing far more satisfying outcome, and they didn't. So you use your anger in a positive way and they didn't, which again, perseverance, delay. Okay? You're not delayed. Not everything has to happen now, and taking time to consider the outcome can be beneficial. However, delaying won't fix anything as nothing will change. So yeah, you had a lot of forgiveness. They're angry. You were angry. You could have been angry that people were causing you delays, but you understood that and not everything has to happen now. So you forgave yourself and you forgave them because, like I said, you gained clarity. You knew this challenge was going to bring you some type of introspection. So these delays only brought you clarity, more introspection. And they don't understand that them bringing you delays didn't change anything. You still moving forward. Yeah, look, they're astonished and mystified. They're shocked. They're confused because you're not in fear. It was your choice whether to be overwhelmed or bewildered in the situation, or to experience it with wonder and as an opportunity for a different future. And you let go of fear, and you're not astonished. You weren't. These people are astonished that everything they did to you, you didn't put no fear in you, that you kept pushing forward, that you didn't let this hinder you. You didn't allow this to make you bitter. They're astonished and they're mystified. They're very confused that some things should have been left a mystery to enable us to reflect on the meanings. Having a reason for everything takes away your ability to imagine what if. So basically, you don't have a reason for why you did. You do what you do because you do it. You know you're supposed to do it. You're not in fear. And these people, because your intuition, they mystified and astonished by your intuition, your dreams, because you go with the flow and you're not in your emotions because of what they did. Unhappiness, yeah. These people are unhappy because you're free. Searching for contentment is a well-traveled path that can be elusive. The hunt for happiness might not conclude at the destination, but joy can be found during the journey itself. So basically, you found happiness in this journey. You were content in your journey that you found. Like I said, you got a lot of clarity. You gained a lot of introspection in these delays. You used whatever anger that these people wanted you to be in a positive way, and they're mad that that your delays did not make you in fear or make you rageful is the word I'm looking for. Bitter. These people are unhappy that you're free, that you have freedom. They're and a lot of unhappiness because you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. They're unhappy. And they're irritated. Irritation. Yeah, like I said, grumpy red fairy. They're mad. There comes a time when standing up and being counted may not necessarily resolve the issue, but it sure feels good when you're finally heard. Collective, you're finally being heard, and these people are irritated because you're being your true authentic self. You're being heard and people are seeing you. And this time cycle has ended. You moved forward. You continue to move forward. And now you're in some type of completion. And people are mad because people are seeing you for your true authentic self. They suffering. Ooh. Suffering. Dishonesty. Suffering. Thinking that no one knows the pain you're enduring is just another form of self-pity. Every soul experiences pain. It's what we do with that pain that defines our future. So you could have been suffering. You could have been going through some suffering. And basically you use your pain for power. You didn't let it hinder you. You didn't let it stop you. You didn't let it delay you. You didn't let it... You were not going to be a sacrifice to your pain. You endured it. Maybe you could have been in this woe is me thing before, because I know I was. But you came to some type of clarity through these challenges. You gained an introspection, and you define your pain for your pain for power. And you're not suffering. These people are suffering because they were dishonest. A lot of dishonesty. Don't confuse dishonesty with a difference of opinion. Everyone has their own take on the situation, and you are required to respect the differences. So basically, you're someone who respects somebody's, you have no problem of how people view you. You don't care how people view you. That's their opinion. It doesn't mean they're right of their opinion on you. You know who you are. So you move forward because you're somebody who's intuitive. You have clarity. You're not confused. And you understand that someone is just projecting their own karmic ass projection opinion on you because they view you different because you're different. That's all it is. Because you're not the same and you're different from them, they're judging you. And you understand that somebody is judging you and they don't have the right to judge you. And you're not paying no mind to anybody that's sitting here judging you because they don't have no right to judge you. You're different, and they don't like that you're different. That's not your problem. Yeah, grief. Somebody's in grief because it's time to say goodbye. You've let go of something. You let go of someone. The feeling of loss can be debilitating, but sorrow becomes part of our healing experience. What you have far outweighs what you lost. At least you had it for a time. Yeah, you said goodbye to something, to someone because, yeah, been there, done that. You already experienced it. You already know what it is. You already felt it, so you're not going to stay there. You're not going to stay in that energy. You're not going to stay with that person because it's not for you. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. And you're not going to stay with something when you feel it's not, doesn't serve your better interest or judgment or your future. Somebody's in grief. Like I said, this is somebody. Because look, they're defeated. At the end of the day, that's basically what it is because they're defeated. Yeah, they appalled. And they're in anguish, like I said. Somebody split the deck. Yeah, mirage because of these illusions. Defeated. Down does not mean out. So somebody could have sworn that you were defeated because you could have been down. You could have been silent. Down doesn't mean out. It just means taking a breather and relaying the energy to give it another go. Just do it different next time because the other way didn't work. So yeah, somebody thought that you were defeated because you could have been not in the picture. You could have been not saying much. You could have been in a hermit mode. And somebody thought that they defeated you. But nah, it wasn't defeat. You were building. You were creating. You were moving forward. You were organizing. You were strategizing. You were gaining clarity and introspection. You were ending time cycles. You were ending this cycle in your life. You were doing something the wrong way and you decided to do it a different way. So you're working on a way to do it different. And that's what you're doing. And now these people are defeated. They're appalled because others will look to you for guidance on how to react. But the key to overcoming this situation is masking your true feelings and showing only mild dismay. Yeah, so you know when to react and when not to react. Because people are looking to you. So people could be watching for a reaction from you. And they in anguish because they're not getting the reaction they want. Simply knowing that there is an end to this feeling of sorrow is a very beginning of your healing process. Yeah, somebody is watching you for a reaction and they're not getting the reaction they want. And they're defeated because you're not in any anguish. They're watching you to see if you're in any anguish and any defeat energy or you're appalled, any grief. Somebody's watching you to see if you're suffering and you're not fucking suffering. They want to see if you're suffering like them because they're the ones that's in an unending sadness, replaying the past, feeling grief. They're in grief, having negative thoughts. Somebody wants to know if you're in this energy. Somebody wants to know if you lost your sacred site. Somebody wants to know if you're no longer inspirational or confident. And no, baby, even with my missing tooth, bitch, I'm still inspirational. I'm still confident, bitch. Yes. Yes, boo, yes. I'm not in anguish, ho. I'm not in anguish. Okay? I just had to show my face with my missing tooth to show that I'm still fly with my missing tooth, okay? I don't know. Oh, yeah. So collective. This is the collective energy. Somebody's mad because you still standing in your power. You still move forward in whatever they were doing to you. Whatever energy they were sending to you. Somebody's mad. Because they're the ones suffering. They're the ones that's irritated. They're the ones that were dishonest. They're the ones that's angry. They're the ones angry. They're the ones experiencing delays. And they're currently mystified and astonished that you're not happy. And they're the ones experiencing unhappiness. That they're the ones defeated. They're the ones that are appalled and in anguish. Because of this mirage. Being distracted and tired only makes the way ahead seem insurmountable. Given time to rest and reassess, the direction you need to take will become clearer. So you took time to rest. That was the mirage. Somebody thought that you were defeated and you were just resting. So somebody thought because you were incognito, they're baffled right now. Somebody thought that whatever they were doing was working. Sometimes a little confusion allows us the opportunity to explore different ways that we might not have previously considered. Yeah. And somebody being confused allowed you to explore something in a different way. And these motherfuckers is baffled. They're baffled, collective. They're baffled. Because you're still moving forward with forgiveness. Letting go of fear, and you're free. Without worry. They're mad. They don't understand that whatever they did in the past, they're bound to it, stuck to it, whatever. They keep replaying the past. They can't get out of this situation. Yeah, look, working too hard. The angel of time working too hard. Yeah. In the reverse. Yeah, whatever they did is not working. They were working really hard. And whatever they did not fucking work. Collective. Yeah, death and the maiden. Because they were invasion, boundaries, violated dominance. They were trying to dominate you. Invade your privacy. Your boundaries violate you. But you had a powerful energy shift. You had a powerful personal growth. Excuse me. Yeah, you had a powerful personal growth. And now there's a twist in the tail. The unexpected, a change that you did not see coming. There's a change that somebody did not see coming. Or you, collective. Because you remain positive and uplifting. And you're about to have uplifting new friends. Clockwork, pumpkin, a wonderful idea, an aha moment. Because you had a wonderful idea, aha moment that you were working on. Yeah, and somebody was trying to invade your boundaries. There's about to be a death to a maiden. Because you're a Little Red Riding Hood. You are not a victim. So you did not allow somebody to confirmation. You didn't allow somebody to victimize you. And it's alright to be alone. And you knew that you were alone in this fight, but you weren't really alone. You're the wolf girl. You're the lone wolf that had a wonderful idea moment. Or somebody could be this lone wolf energy that had a wonderful idea moment, and they thought it was a good idea to victimize you with this I am not a victim. Yeah, they keep coming out. Every time I keep getting the deck, it keeps getting the same cards. Yeah, lady with a botched egg. This is somebody with a botched egg, and you somebody that possesses ancient wisdom. So there's somebody that had somebody with a botched egg. That's somebody that's rotten. Thought they had a bright idea to make you some type of victim. That was a bad idea. I am not a victim. I am victorious. The collective is not a victim. We're victorious. What you don't understand, that we're glorious. We're going to be notorious. Collective, I'm about to tap into my energy now. Okay, because we know yesterday I was chileando, and today somebody's fucking with my Wi-Fi, so we definitely know they do it something. So yesterday I was chileando, I had company yesterday, and after they left and shit, I started getting attacked. And this is in the middle of the night though, right? So in the middle of the night, I started itching really bad. Like my body started feeling like it was itchy. So it made me, the first thing that came to my head was all of a sudden I started itching out of nowhere. I was like, somebody's using some hot foot powder on me. So yesterday somebody was using some hot foot powder on me because yesterday I started itching out of nowhere. And then they were trying to tap into my crown yesterday. So they were trying to tap into my crown and they were doing root work because I felt my pum pum being fucked with yesterday. And they were poking on that voodoo doll. Like they were just trying to, they was doing, when I tell you, whoever was doing whatever yesterday, they was doing the most. I mean, they were doing everything and anything they could possibly do. They were poking that voodoo doll that they had because I felt pokes on my body. And I'm like, am I supposed to be screaming? Is this supposed to be doing something? I don't know what they doing with that doll, but that doll don't do nothing. Anyway, so I'm like, so yeah, they were poking the doll yesterday. They could have poured some hot put powder or sprinkled some hot put powder on the doll or something that I'm guessing represents me. I don't know. Well, I know I started feeling itchy and I'm like, oh, somebody's doing spell work. Okay? I'm going to feel these things so that I know what they're doing. And I'm gonna know exactly what they're doing because that whatever they're doing, that part of my body is what's gonna be I'm gonna feel it at. So yeah, yesterday somebody was using some type of hot foot powder on me yesterday and doing some root work. They was doing a bunch of spells yesterday. It was more than one spell yesterday, but I know yes, definitely somebody was using some hot foot powder on me, some itching powder or something, whatever it is, because yesterday I wanted to itch. They were searching for information on a light worker. So now I'm tapping into my energy collective. We're going to do a reading on my energy. I'm going to tap a cursed contract. Somebody that's in a black cloud that has a cursed contract was searching for information on light worker, me. A phoenix rising. There's been a lot of communication. There's been a little miscommunication about a phoenix rising and somebody searching for information on a light worker. Yeah, somebody's holding a lot of resentment right now. Ooh, in an online community, because that's what it says. In an online community. Somebody that's in a false marriage. That's a lame. In the work community. So it's a work community, online community, work community. So this is somebody in my work community. My work community could be this, what I'm doing. So this could be this or online, YouTube or TikTok. Or this could be something that I was doing before. Because I do a lot of things. I'm the Jackie of all trades. I do it all. So this could be any work community online that I was doing in the past or currently. This is a peeping Tom. So this person is a peeping Tom and they did not listen. Okay. They were doing too much. They're karmic pests and they were doing too much. They did not listen in one ear out the other. So somebody was in my energy. They bit the hand that fed them. I could have helped bit the hand that fed them. I could have actually fed this person or I could have actually helped this person. They was doing alchemy on me. Confirmation with the car honk. And now they're in their feelings. Because they did too much. I saw December. Master key breaking. Confirmation. Confirmation. They're wicked. They were trying to break into my house or my energy. Confirmation with the car honk. Yeah, to try to contain my gifts. So somebody was trying to break into my energy. Somebody did break into my house. But we're not even going to go there. Somebody's been trying to break into my energy because this I've been feeling spiritually. So they've been trying to, they thought they had the master key to break into my energy. To try to contain my gifts, this wicked ass energy. Confirmation with the car. Y'all hear that, right? I know you hear that. They evil, collective. A karmic couple. An evil karmic wicked couple. And the rats is running right now. So this is somebody in online, in my work community, a karmic couple that was trying to break into my energy to try to contain my gifts. Confirmation. And there's an informant. They watching me, a peeping Tom. These people or this couple could be getting bumps, lesions, and boils on their body. Leprosy, because that is confirmation with the car honk. Okay. That is the punishment that the Most High gave back in the Bible for being wicked, was leprosy, which bumps, boils, and lesions on their body, all over their body. Yeah, they were trying to swap our souls. They were a soul swapper, so they were trying to take my soul. You cannot take my soul, bitch. What the fuck you don't understand? It's precious like diamond and gold. You cannot take my soul. They did it for the money. They wanted a show. They better get ready because shit's about to blow. Shit's about to blow up in these people's faces that were attacking me. They remote viewing me. Something they did in the past lifetime. I'm just getting a lot of confirmations with the car honk. Unless whoever's watching me is in that car, they're watching me in that car and they're just giving me confirmations. They being recorded. Because there's no coincidences how the car is honking on certain shit that I'm saying. So whoever is in that car honking, they're watching me. Now they don't want to give me confirmation. I look at that. What I just said, whoever's honking now I can't talk because this shit is hilarious. Whoever is honking the horn is watching me. And they're giving me confirmation that there was a troublemaker that made a bad investment. A karmic couple. Snakes. Bad investment, troublemaker, snakes. They're nervous because judicial system. Confirmation with the car honk. I'm telling you. They live in my look at this. I'm telling you. They live in my vicinity, in my neighborhood. Whoever is honking the horn, thank you for clarifying. So you must know, whoever's honking the horn must know what's going on. And they just clarify and they're like, yup, what you're saying is right. Yup, look, ending's happening. Yup. They just confirming what I'm saying. Faith was tested. They being cut off. Moon magic rituals left a big mess and they're trying to clean up, but traces, evidence is being left behind. Trying to make me look bad in public. Root work in the reverse. I said they were doing root work. It says they feeling the pressure now and the walls is caving in because they were disloyal and this moon magic is in the reverse and they on borrowed time because they don't have no divine magic in the reverse. They wanted to join the hate crowd. Hold on, let me fix this card on the table. So collective, we got somebody in my energy that was a troublemaker that made a bad... Can I finish talking before we get the confirmations? We get a troublemaker that made a bad investment. These snakes are nervous now. Because they could be having some... They could be the judicial system, issues with the judicial system. Yo. Anyway. Oh, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? You hear that, right? You hear that? I love it. Give me them confirmations, yes. So, collective, with all these honking horns, this is just a confirmation that somebody that lives in my vicinity, this troublemaker, that made a bad investment doing this moon magic rituals, that left a big mess, that they're trying to clean up, but they can't clean it up because they left the evidence behind. These snakes were disloyal, and they're nervous because this moon magic is in the reverse. And the judicial system ending is happening for them. They getting cut off, snipped off because their faith was tested and they failed the test. This troublemaker in my vicinity that lives around me wanted to join the hate crowd. They made a bad investment trying to do this moon magic rituals to try to make me look bad in public. Now, they are on borrowed time. This loyal snakes are on borrowed time. They're nervous because this moon magic root work is in the reverse. And endings is happening and they feeling the pressure and the world is caving in and they being cut off, snip, snip, cut, cut, fate tested, divine magic in the reverse. Whatever gift, if they had any gifts, they don't got it no more. So troublemaker that lives in my vicinity is the confirmation. I hope you hear me. You made a bad investment. And I keep telling you, you make a bad investment. And the energy is going to keep coming out on the motherfucking table. Hold on. I need my motherfucking charger. Because my fucking phone is literally on motherfucking 5% right now. So this shit is going to die in the middle of my reading. And we're not trying to have that. Because shit is it's coming out. So you could run, you could hide, you could be like, oh no, I don't live in your vicinity. I'm not doing nothing to you. It's coming out in the fucking readings. You live where you shitting where you eat at, and you attacking people where you live at. And I'm not the only one that you're attacking, and you're mad because I'm exposing you. All this time you've been living here and nobody knew that you were doing spell work, witchcraft, voodoo on them. And this bitch came here and decided to tap into her gifts because she realized somebody was attacking her and now you being exposed. Which little motherfucker are you, huh? Which little, because there's so many. But this got to be somebody that's been here from when I've been here for a minute. This is not nobody new. This is not my upstairs neighbors only. This is somebody that hired my upstairs neighbors to join the hate crowd. Wanted to join the hate crowd. So my upstairs neighbors joined the hate crowd. But it's not my upstairs neighbors. It's somebody else in this area that started this shit. And they trying to hide. Confirmation with the motherfucking harm. They trying to hide. But they cannot hide. Because you know what's been coming out in my readings? Upstairs, next door, and downstairs neighbor. So it's a downstairs neighbor. I already know my next door neighbor, what he did. I already know what my upstairs neighbors did. The one that's trying to hide themselves is the downstairs neighbor. There are many downstairs neighbors to choose from. Where's my charger in the room? Hold on. There are many downstairs neighbors. It could be. And if I go based on my Wi-Fi, that every time I connect my Wi-Fi, if I go based on my Wi-Fi, right? Every time they fuck with my internet and I use my Wi-Fi, there's two things. There's a particular apartment number that pops. Name. We're not even gonna go there. There's always specific apartments and a specific name that always pops up every time I hook up to my Wi-Fi, my hotspot, all the time. And when I log off my hotspot, they no longer there because I did a little test. And yes, they be trying to communicate through me through the Wi-Fi. So you know what I do? I put messages on my hotspot name. You got the family literally calling themselves crazy. Their hotspot name is Crazy Family. They switch it. There's a bunch of people in here. They think I don't know. I know. They're stupid. There was one time I switched my hotspot to. I told them, I put it in my hotspot name. I let them know what I be saying online. They're gonna die, right? I let them know you fuck with me, you're gonna die. You know what he put? You know what he or she put as their Wi-Fi name? No me importa, meaning they don't care. So you don't care that you're gonna die? That's fine. I don't care you're gonna die either. So can you just die then? That's the point. If you don't care that you're gonna die, I don't care that you're gonna die. So then can you? It just happen? God forgive me, and I've been saying this every time. God, I really do. God for me, because no, it shouldn't It shouldn't come down to this that you have to pass away for me to live my life, but you're so jealous and envious, and you're literally trying to destroy me. You're literally trying to take my life from me because you're jealous, which is mind-boggling. Yeah, you broke all types of laws. And you attacked me out of spite. And you're getting bad news because you tried to cause delays. And the money that you thought you were getting, you're not gaining anything. So you did this for money. And you're remote viewing me. You're watching me online. Because you fumbled the bag. Because you're wicked. I start doing this reading, it gets real quiet, man. It really does. It's quiet outside. It says, you have a healing spirit within you, around you. Yes, I have a healing spirit within me or around me. And look, somebody's going to snitch on these people, or this person is a snitch. This is why they're nervous, because somebody's about to snitch on somebody that tried to cause me delays, or snitch. The spirit guys are snitching on them. And these jar spells are in the reverse. I don't have no more room on the table, so I'm not going to pluck anymore, but I'm going to split the deck and see what we get. It says measures are being taken. Measures are being taken, I guess, on my behalf. What's this? On the bottom, they sacrifice people and animals for money. So these measures are being taken because they sacrifice people and animals for money. And like I said before, I'm not the only one that they did this to. I'm just the one that's been exposing. They got exposed. And you know why they got exposed more? Because they sent dumb people to harass me. This is why they got this. I'm going to break it down why they got caught. I'm going to literally break it down why and how they got caught. The reason why they got caught, and I'm going to just keep saying it, I thank my upstairs neighbors for being idiots. They're the reason why everything blew up in everybody's face. They're the reasons why everybody got busted. They're the reasons why everybody's getting exposed. It's their fault. My upstairs neighbors are the reasons why everything is blowing up in everybody's face. And whoever sent my upstairs neighbor is an idiot. It's their fault. Because they want to keep on, and they wanted to be loud about it. They were very loud about it. Very loud and obnoxious about it. And they keep on, and they don't stop. They was fucking with me yesterday. If they don't think I know that they were doing yesterday. They were following me yesterday. There was company in the house, and they were doing something yesterday. Trying to siphon the people that was in the house energy yesterday. If they think I don't know, I know. I'm just not going to bitch about it all the time. I'm not going to jump online every time I know I'm being attacked. I'm just not going to do that. But don't think I don't know what you're doing. Any of you. I don't know why you think that I'm asleep to what you're doing. You're stupid to still think that I'm naive and lost and confused to what you're doing. I'm not gonna react and give you a reaction all the time. That's a waste of energy. My energy. Now measures are being taken where this is spiritually or physically. This could be an old hag. Look, old hags. This is an old person. Somebody older. I said this is somebody older. Evil. Look, I split the deck. They evil. I just saw tax fraud. They could have committed some type of tax fraud and under my name. Yeah, they getting bad news and they on borrowed time. Because they were trying to make me look bad in the public. Doing moon rituals. And all these moon rituals left a big mess. Left traces behind. They're trying to clean up evidence. But the evidence is being traced back to him anyway. Any people or this person lives in where I live at. They live in my building or live in my area. And downstairs, upstairs, and next door neighbor have been coming out every time I read my energy. It didn't come out this time, but in your vicinity, live around you came out. So it's obviously talking about somebody that lives around me or in my building or in my vicinity. People in my vicinity wanted to join the hate crowd, and they all, a bunch of troublemakers in my vicinity that live around me wanted to join the hate crowd, and they broke all types of laws to do this, and they fumbled the bag. Everybody and anybody involved. It was a bad investment on this moon magic ritual. Trying to make me look bad, attacking me out of spite because they're wicked. These snakes, disloyal, on borrowed time, getting bad news because I have a healing spirit within me, around me. They can't take from me. They can't siphon me. They can't make me sick. Whatever they fucking trying to do. And now they nervous because this moon magic is in the reverse. Their root work is in the reverse. They was trying to cause delays. The spirit guides is snitching on them. These jar spells is in the reverse. Now they're watching me. They don't have no magic. They're not divine. Their faith was tested and they fucking lost. Now they're getting cut off from source. So you're going to keep attacking me? Or what? What's going to happen? Because y'all all doing a bit much. I am unbothered. You're not stopping me from doing a damn thing. Oh, and you messing with my Wi-Fi to stop me from working on whatever I was working on? Let me explain something to you. Whatever I do on the computer, I can do from my fucking phone. I made sure of that. I make sure that anything that I can build online on a laptop, that I can do the same thing on my phone. Please understand that. So, you stopping what? You're stupid and you're slow. You're stupid and you're slow. Look, you're a circus clown that can't think straight. A circus clown that can't think straight. That's what you are. You're a clown that committed crimes. Now you got trouble with the federal law. Circus clowns that can't think straight. They committed crimes. They're a bunch of snakes. They're getting karma. And look, in the whole community, yeah, people in my home community, they could not dim my light. Now they want to fight me, bitch. Come to my door. I'll open my door. I'm going to let you in my house. I bet you won't come out of my house. Because you're not going to touch me outside. That's what you're not going to do. You're too scared to do that. That's for sure. Because you know you're being watched by Popo. So you can't come for me outside. So the only thing you can do is spell work behind closed doors. Let's be real. You want to fight me, but you're fighting me spiritually, and you still cannot win. You still cannot win spiritually. You fighting yourself. That's what you're doing. And you're being destroyed. Look at that. And you're being destroyed. You're fighting yourself and you're being destroyed. You try to contain my gifts, but you couldn't. Another one bites the dust. You being ended. There's an ending for you. You're being defeated. The rats is running. And you're being a spiritual spy. Yeah, you don't like that I'm at peace. Oh, fucking well. These love spells, free will. You trying to do love spells, free will. You cannot. I don't love you. And if you're somebody that I used to be with, I don't love you. I ain't never loved your ass. Games played. Back then, I didn't know what love is. So if you really thought I loved you, I didn't. Because a bitch was young. I didn't know what love is. I'm a spiritual OG that you trying to attack. You trying to curse my contract. You attacking a spiritual OG. Look, you tried to cause delays and now you're under judgment. Yeah, now someone's trying to set the record straight. How you setting the record straight? Because you got a bad reputation. So somebody's trying, an informant. Somebody's trying to set the record straight now because they're being devoured. They're being destroyed. Endings happening. Because they was trying to get me replaced. They was trying to have me replaced. You cannot replace me, bitch. Let's be real. Stop it. In my home community, couldn't dim my light. Came out again. Yeah, the accuser is always accusing. They was accusing me of something over here. So somebody was accusing me of something in my home community. How'd that work out for you? Now somebody's doing a confession. Failed to realize I'm not the one to play with. Yes, I am not the one to play with. Yeah, I've been upgraded. It's been made a public display. Yes, it's been made a public display. I'm making it a public fucking display. I'm putting them on blast. Somebody's rotting from the inside because they try to get me fired. These birds of a feather that flock together, racing against time in the reverse. They lost time. It's a bloodbath for these people. Look at that. Anyway, I'm done because I'm getting hungry and it's about time for me to put something in my stomach. Yeah, they sick. A medical assistance is going to be needed. Yeah, negotiations. Now they're trying to negotiate. Negotiate what? Someone I work with? Anyway, I don't work with nobody. I work for myself. Fraud, because you're a fraud. I work for myself because I know most people are fucking fraud. And materialistic. Look at that. Collective, I'm done reading my energy at this point. Yeah, they in the panic room. Whoever was attacking me, they in the panic room. They're currently panicking because of this alchemy. And because there's endings happening. Because they attacked me out of spite. And the spirit is walking amongst us. Because they doing too much and it will be in karmic pest. Yeah, trying to destiny swap with me. Because I have a healing spirit within and around me. That's why. And it's been made a public display that this is what they're doing. Somebody's going to get their hands put on them. The one trick pony ran out of trick. Now they sick. Yeah, somebody's sick. Because they ran out of tricks. And ran out of time. These binding rituals, they couldn't dim my light. With this root work, binding rituals. Yeah, and this is happening right now. Current timeline. Huh? Let sleeping dogs lay. They doomed. This is happening now. Because they failed to realize I'm not the one to play with. This friend, somebody that was a friend that was all up in my business. That's about to get another indictment charge piled up on them. Presently, in this present current timeline, this is happening now. Yeah, experiencing the wrath of God. Because I kept my compassion. They were disloyal with loyal in the reverse. Yeah, and they were false advertisements. They were fake. Lying. They were heathens in the home. Rapunzel trying to keep me trapped in a tower like Rapunzel. Yeah, now they being haunted. Yeah, the rats is running. Now these rats is running in my home community because they try to keep me locked in the tower like Rapunzel when they couldn't. They try to dim my light and trying to embarrass me or trying to make me look bad in the public, and they could not. The only person that can make themselves look bad is me, myself, and I. You cannot do nothing. You cannot sabotage me. I can only self-sabotage myself. You cannot cause delays. I can only cause my own delays. You cannot disrupt my life. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you fight, no matter how much spell work you throw at night. I run this bitch. This is my life. Peace out, collective.